internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours Crypto. Let's get right in today's video. This is absolutely insanity. Ripple has been penetrating every single governmental organization, financial institution across the world, creating a network of trust soon to be revealed in the price appreciation of XRP. Welcome back to today's episode. Sit back, relax, because this is going to be very informative. This video just came out 20 hours ago, has only 117 views because, this is boring stuff that nobody wants to watch. But little do they know, they're about to miss out on the biggest wealth transfer. You got to listen to what Mr. Poon Heng Chan says here from Deutsche Bank. Very important. You could tell they have been working with Ripple for so long, and the discussions that are taking place behind closed door meetings it just screams Ripple all over it. He's been at Deutsche Bank for almost 25 years. And keep in mind, they are also a part of the CPMI at the BIS. Remember, we covered this. We have Ripple here. We have the RTGS Global, which we talked about with Marcus Treacher. We have Swift, and then we have Deutsche Bank as well. And then don't forget Project Guardian. Project Guardians was Singapore, Deutsche Bank, the International Monetary Fund, all the big guys in here, Banque de France, doing a little, proof of concept, enabling open and interoperable networks, where they go on to mention that, the provision of a services may be a third-party service provider with a trust relationship to the trust anchor. Okay, building that network of trust, and they go ahead and outline global liquidity pools. And if you guys remember that clip from Marcus Treacher talking about, their goal is to have pools of XRP, pools of liquidity across the world. And that's going to be very important. And they even addressed the daily FX turnover rate, 7.5 trillion. And we know that is much, much higher. But take a listen to what he says here.
But also from the perspective of the end user, right? What can this technology offer that was not possible until today?
I'll go, with the term that people have coined, right? The internet of value.
And again, touching on the Ripple ecosystem, our whole vision is very internet-centric. So the network we're creating for moving value between banks and between payment companies, if you look at it, it looks like the internet. So we call it an internet of value.
The term that people have coined, right? The internet of value.
So we call it an internet of value.
So with blockchain, first it carries value. And secondly, it carries native value, previously through crypto, these days, right, through tokenized representation of assets and money. And very importantly as well is the whole characteristics of programmability. When you add these two things together, you start changing business model and operating model. And then you start to seeing how you can actually unlock certain additional value for clients and for the industry.
He refers to it as the internet of value. And since inception, the whole sales pitch, you want to call it, for Ripple and XRP has been unlocking that internet of value. And we have been saying that we've never witnessed anything like this before. So when the price of XRP starts drastically going up and people understand what, real utility is, that's when people are going to really find out. And think about this for a moment. USDT right now has 120 billion in market cap, but we're not even in a regulated industry yet. So where is all this coming from? We're in for a wild ride, and I hope everybody's ready for this big turning point that we're all about to witness. And Deutsche Bank has been involved with digital cash and e-cash since 1982, leading into, let's see, when they partnered up with eCash in this timeline. I believe it was 1996 right here. DigiCash, eCash to be issued by Deutsche Bank, right? So they've been working on this for a very long time. And ask yourself, why hasn't nothing happened yet? Because this is such a big drastic change that needs to be done right, and it needs to be done in orderly fashion. And remember, what really makes Ripple and XRP stand out, just listen to what Chris Larson said about like 9 years ago.
Well, it's because Ripple has a built-in, maybe the world's first distributed currency exchange. So anybody in the world can put a bid-ask on any currency pair from any issuer as they please. Well, it's because Ripple has a built-in, maybe the world's first distributed currency exchange. And there it goes. So we think that's maybe the biggest opportunity with Ripple. It federates the world's payment systems, and that's what we're particularly excited about. Ripple, it federates the world's payment systems, and that's what we're particularly excited about.
And that is why the World Bank, the IMF, the WEF, they know the importance of Ripple and the network that they have created and its digital asset XRP. This is why we are at where we are today. Think about how much Ripple has achieved in this ecosystem. It is incredible. It can't be comparable to anybody. And then look at this lineup, right? Today we're going to go over Francisco, Philip Martin, and Tim McCourt. Yesterday we did Andreen Harris and Sheila Bair. Take a look at this. So here we're at Francisco Morata, and he has been a part of the BBVA, head of blockchain digital assets for almost 6 years now. And he's been working there for 13 years and 4 months. And previously, I mean, they've been working with Ripple for a very long time. This is where things get interesting, right? Because this article is back from 2017. BBVA completes first real-time international money transfer between Europe and Mexico with Ripple, and XRP was leveraged. And you ask yourself, okay, they did this in 2017. Like, why are we still where we are today? Why isn't everybody using it? You see how, just wrap your head around this, right? They did this back in 2017 and nothing has picked up yet because they took a long pause to get everybody, the whole industry on board and do this together and do it right. And this is so bullish for XRP, and this is why I can't stress enough how valuable XRP is going to get in the near future. This is back from 2017. And then we have Philip Martin joining the panel at Coinbase. He's been there for 8 years and 5 months as Chief Security Officer. You know, getting these individuals on your panel list is impressive in terms of there is more to it than just them being on this panel. There's more of a, you know, group conversation that is happening behind the scenes where all these individuals are working together in this next ecosystem and building it together. And these names are remarkable because Coinbase and BVA and individuals from, you know, Tim from the CME group, right? And he's been there for 11 years. 11 years, and previously he was at JP Morgan as well for almost 10 years. And just a couple of weeks ago, we had the CME group come out and say they are planning to announce 2 cryptocurrency rate and real-time indices. And that was them announcing XRP and ICP. Like, do you see how this whole snowball effect is happening? And now they're going to Ripple Swell. We have regulation, you know, around the corner. We have trillions on the sidelines. We have 99% of the individuals acting deaf and blind. We are about to see the unimaginable take place right now. So buckle in, sit back, relax. Everything in this video right here, 117 views. What's going on behind those closed door meetings is much bigger than anybody of us could expect it.
Building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch. think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.